If you want your blog to grow, you'll want to be stepping up how often you post to it. But how can we create more posts when there aren't particularly more hours in the day? This is why creating a posting schedule is one of the most essential tricks for growing your blog and its readership. And today, I'll show you how to make one. So let's get started. In general, the more you blog, the more traffic you get. But there's no science or magic number of posts per week or month that you have to be reaching. It basically comes down to your goals. Start out with 1 to 2 posts a week if your goal is to generate awareness for your blog. Try a more aggressive approach, posting 3 to 4 times a week if you're aiming to drive as much traffic as possible to your site. And for best results, as you get started, aim for 6 to 7 posts a week. I know, it's a heavy lift, but hardcore bloggers who publish daily actually see 57% better results than bloggers who publish just a few times a week. But again, there's no golden rule. What matters most is keeping your content fresh, original, and value-driven. Because remember, good content serves both your readers and search engines. Readers because obviously they want new content, and search engines because they rank you, in part, based on how often you publish. So here's the question. How can I make sure I'm publishing enough content? And the answer? By creating an editorial calendar. So let's talk about how. I use my editorial calendar as my way to plan ahead, hold myself accountable, and stay focused on my goals. When you're making one, make sure to remember to keep those goals SMART. And that stands for smart, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Goals that are too ambitious with unrealistic deadlines can be discouraging, and you'll just never get to them. Like a new workout program or training for a marathon, go hard, but go steady. Build up a habit for blogging that's realistic with your schedule, and you can always start slow and work your way up. For my Trek It blog, I created an editorial calendar in Google Sheets, but any spreadsheet can work, like Airtable or even Excel. Pick whatever you're most comfortable with. So let's take a look. I made columns for the publishing date right over here, status like research, drafting, editing, published, post title for all of my working titles, keywords based on my research, and author, because eventually I want to collaborate with guest bloggers, but that's something we'll get to in Lesson 8. I also have a comments column, and this is for my personal notes, reminding me to update content, to edit images, anything really. It just helps me stay organized and on top of things. In general, I like to spend a day planning all my posts for the month ahead, but that doesn't mean that I'm writing them all in a day. It just gives me a roadmap to keep me on track for my writing. Of course, my calendar is always open to revision. Things can come up that throw off my schedule, a food truck can open up tomorrow, and I'll have to give that top priority. But bottom line, having this spreadsheet while still having flexibility is key. And if it's helpful, add all of that to a calendar as well, so you can see it all laid out in front of you. So now that you have that, let's make sure that all of your posts go out on time and according to schedule. All right, as a blogger, scheduling my posts is a lifesaver. On some of my more chill days, I'll just write out a bunch of posts and schedule them to go out on my blog later on in the month. It's helpful in case I want to take a few days off, or if I'm taking longer on another story, if something slips my mind, or if I'm just not by a computer on posting day. So here's how I'll do it. From my main dashboard, I'll click Blog, then Drafts, and select the drafted post that I want to schedule. Next, I'll go to this Publish button, and you just click on that drop-down arrow and select Schedule Post. From here, I can pick the specific date and time I want my post to go live. And here's something to keep in mind when you're doing this. Research shows that the best time to publish to get the most traffic is on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern. And to get the most comments, it's Saturdays around 9 a.m. For me, I want a little extra traffic, so I'll go with Monday, August 30th at 11 a.m. and schedule. And don't worry, just because you scheduled it doesn't mean that this is all set in stone. You could still make changes. To make any changes or view your scheduled posts, just go back to that main dashboard, go to Blog, and click Scheduled. And from here, I can click on my post to make the content updates before it goes live. Or if I change my mind, I can click the Publish dropdown again to either cancel scheduling or reschedule post. And that's it. This is a short one, but it's a really helpful step as you get more into your blog. And now you're all set to start scheduling your posts so that you can hit whatever your publishing goals are on time and according to schedule. Just remember, be smart, establish your goals, and plan ahead. You'll thank yourself later. I'll meet you back here for the next lesson on SEO for bloggers, and it's an important one, so you won't want to miss it. I'll see you there.